Hello, I'm Jennifer and welcome to the Daily Connoisseur. Today we're going to be talking about investment shopping 101. I'm going to give you my tips for including high quality pieces into your wardrobe and where to begin because it can all feel very overwhelming. Before we get into it, many of you might be thinking, "Oh, Jennifer has a new dress on." But actually, if you are a longtime follower of the YouTube channel, you'll notice that this dress, which is a Tory Burch dress, was included in my spring-summer 10-item wardrobe from last year. You know that I like to store out-of-season clothes every year, so at the end of the season I assess what I'm going to be keeping and what goes away. And last year I decided to store this because it's still a gorgeous dress. And I didn't take it out for my spring-summer 10-item wardrobe this year because I was focused more on the blue theme and everything. But I knew that it was here and that I would bring it out and appreciate it so much more. And this is one of the interesting concepts about the 10-item wardrobe and investment shopping that is really important. You know how when you have kids, they say that you shouldn't just keep all the toys out at once because then they get bored of them and they don't appreciate them. Well, what you're supposed to do is hide a lot of the toys, and then on a rainy afternoon, you bring out an old favorite, and the kids are so excited, it's like a brand new toy again, even though it's not. So I apply the same concept to my wardrobe. This dress was worn last year and loved last year. I stored it away, and now in the middle of the summer, I'm bringing it out again, and I love it even more than I did last year. I'm appreciating it. And that's one of the great tenets of having investment pieces in your 10-item wardrobe. Not only do high quality pieces last, but you won't get bored of them, especially if you take them away for a while and then reintroduce them. It's a wonderful way to stop yourself from overspending, but still get that rush of having a new garment. Okay, let's get into discussing investment shopping. Investment shopping 101. When you are cultivating your 10-item wardrobe and you're adding investment pieces, you really need three things. You need commitment, you need discipline, and you need a vision. Why do you need commitment? So you need to commit yourself to not just buying loads of low quality sale items or sort of disposable pieces of clothing anymore. You have to make the commitment to decide that you no longer wish to do that. It's okay to buy the piece here and there that sort of adds something to round out your wardrobe. But you don't want your entire wardrobe to be full of low quality clothes that don't last a long time and that don't really flatter you. Okay, discipline. So it takes discipline. You basically have got to stop yourself from constantly shopping. And I know not everybody has this problem, but I do know that many women do. I myself have had this problem in the past. You're constantly shopping, and if you're not buying, you're perusing. You're online, you're searching the shops, or you go out and you can't help yourself. And I totally get that because I have been there. So it takes a lot of discipline. If you're going to commit to buying an investment piece, you need to save up for the investment piece. So you've really got to stop shopping. That takes discipline. And the reason why you need a vision is you don't just obviously want to just blindly buy something that you think you want in that moment. You have to think about it. Okay, what am I going to be investing in this year? If it's a high quality handbag, or if it's a high quality pair of shoes, or let's say it's a trench coat, or a nice dress, whatever it is, you need to have a vision of what that thing is. So, I don't really recommend just going shopping and seeing something that's really high quality and expensive and you love it, so you just buy it. No, you have to really think about it. Is this something that you will want long term? Does it fit in your wardrobe? Is it truly your style? You have to think about it for a long time before you make these type of big purchases. Once you go down the route of investment shopping, you have to be okay with having a sparse wardrobe. So a lot of women say, "Jennifer, I'm not quite at the 10-item wardrobe yet." That's fine, but here's the deal. I really don't advocate having a closet completely jam-packed with clothes. I just think no matter what you do, that you should cull, edit, take out the clothes that no longer serve you. And really try the 10-item wardrobe or as close as you can get it. And you're gonna have a sparse looking wardrobe, especially because you're not going to be shopping as much, right? So you have to get used to that and be okay with that. Here's another tip. You have to become okay with wearing the same thing all the time. Many people, this will be hard. A lot of women feel really uncomfortable wearing the same thing all the time. You don't even want to wear the same thing twice in 1 week, let alone 3 times, for example. But you have to really become okay with it. Don't worry about what other people think of you. If you're going to start investing in higher quality clothes, you're not going to be able to afford as many clothes as you used to afford. In fact, you'll probably be able to afford significantly less clothes, which I think is a great thing. You just have to get to that mindset and be okay with wearing the same thing all the time. Okay, so a few years after Paris, right, when I decided, okay, I'm tired of wasting my money on cheap junk, on cheap shoes that hurt my feet, that don't last even 1 season, on cheap handbags where the strap breaks, I decided, you know what, I'm going to start investing into my wardrobe. I remember I saw that Ferragamo was going to be having a sale. And so I got in my car and I drove down to Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, and I parked and I walked into Ferragamo, and I felt really out of place because it's such a beautiful high-end store. I just didn't feel like I fit in there at all. But I walked in determined to check out their sale shoes. I'd saved up money to buy a pair of high quality shoes. And I'll never forget it. You know, the salesperson was very nice. And their shoes were, I think it was almost like 40% off. And I got this pair of shoes, which you've all seen. I've had them, I mean, this is going on, I can't even remember. I think it's like 7 years now or so. So I got this pair of shoes. They are low-heeled camel suede pump. I'll never forget it. I feel like I want to keep these shoes forever because this was really the first investment quality purchase I ever made. And I think these shoes were originally $400, but I got them for $250. Now listen, $250 was a lot of money for me back then. It still is. This was not a light purchase. However, I had saved the money for it. I believe you should only buy something if you can afford it at the time. And I had saved money for this pair of shoes. And now look, we're going on, 7 years later, and I still have these shoes. I still wear them all the time. And I think they still look really great. This is what a high quality purchase will do for you. Rather than just buying lower quality pairs here and there that don't last, in the long run, this is not only a better investment, but I've saved money shopping this way. So once I got this shoe and I decided to only buy high quality shoes from now on, I only had, seriously, 2 heels in my wardrobe for the longest time. This and another pair of black Ferragamo black strappy heels that I have, which I actually still have. So for the longest time, I only had 2 pairs of shoes. I'm talking about maybe for 2 years. And I was okay with that. I was okay with only having 2 pairs of shoes rather than having, 30 pairs of shoes, because I would rather have quality than quantity. Okay, so how do you begin? How do you begin to acquire these high quality garments and accessories? The first step is to stop shopping. Stop buying clothes. You know how it is when you're just walking and you go into Ross and you just pick up a few things and it's just, oh, it's so inexpensive, it's insignificant, right? All of those tiny little sale purchases add up to a lot of money. If you tallied everything you bought this year, you'd be surprised how much you spend. So you've really just got to stop shopping. Stop yourself. This takes discipline. Feel the burn. Deprive yourself of shopping. And when you finally get that high quality purchase you've been saving up for, it will feel so much more satisfactory than if you just constantly shop all the time. Keep your eye on the prize. Set aside a little bit of money each month until you save up for what you want. Let's say you're saving up for a really high quality handbag. Okay, you've saved up your money, you've really thought long and hard about which handbag you want in your wardrobe, you could see yourself using it for years. You deprive yourself of shopping, you make the commitment to stop buying low quality goods. And finally the day comes where you get to purchase the handbag that you've been saving up for. Here's the deal now. Love the handbag and appreciate the handbag, because guess what? After you buy the high quality item, you can't just go back to the old way of shopping. Now you've really reached a new benchmark in your life where you're not going to be shopping as much. You're going to be having this handbag now for the next several years, and it's time to just enjoy it, appreciate it, Be content with what you have. Make sure you don't fall into the trap of acquiring this high quality item and then immediately setting your sights on the next thing you want to get. What you have to do is appreciate what you have, sit with it, and be okay with having less. But what you do have is really wonderful, high quality, and adds a special touch to your wardrobe. All right, those are my tips for Investment Shopping 101. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love hearing from you. Thank you for joining me on the Daily Connoisseur. I'll see you soon.